Welcome back. Let's continue. Ooh, it actually adds up. That's interesting. I'm still working things out with these Twitch settings and especially the ad settings. Very interesting stuff can be done, but yeah. Like I say, if you don't want any ads, install an ad blocker. The passes will be there either way, as I do need a break once in a while. So things are going more or less to natural way. Also, this time I didn't lose any viewers. Hook this one up, so maybe this one now can get emptied out. Also, set this to 0. Provide priority 4. 4 is more than enough. Let's hope that we get this thing emptied out. I've already set up the stations down here. We're now ordering up the correct amount of stuff. And we're ordering up fluids. These are both connected, yes. Now let's take care of that fluid train up there. So at some point this thing will start up crunching out electrical engines. Now where do I have to go? All the way over there. Taxi! Where am I? Over here. Pick me up. Drive me over here. Well, that was efficient. Not. Okay, why? No, we're making a couple of gears of here. Yes, we are. So we still have a fluid train problem. I'm just gonna vent this stuff. So you are now back again, part of the... Nope, that was LTN Depot. Go. Now, who is holding up? You are holding up stuff because you can't go in. Yeah. Stop. I'm just going to vent this. Go to the LTN Depot. So we're sitting on a bunch of coolant, which we still need to fix. And all these congestions are caused by coolant trains. Or trains, liquid trains that have the wrong load in them. And just end up banging up or blocking a station. And then trains are actually going to park outside of the station. Hello there, pink fluffy llama. I started working starting getting work done on my projects. Very good for you. Very good. I'm also getting a bit work done on my projects. Is this correct? You are correct. Yes. One of these projects being going to work today. I didn't go to work today. Which is a bit stupid. Because I didn't feel like it. I have some kind of stomach bug, but now I do feel much better, so I've got that going for me. I'm also going to vent this stuff. We have enough of this stuff in the storage. I really don't care about this liquid amount. There you go. So, what are you currently working on, Fluffy Llama? Another one of these. How much of these are going around? Or do I still have a coolant problem? Let's see. I made this thing down here. Well, these are pretty full, but they should all be connected. Oh, they're not. There's a connection missing. Is there? No, there's not a connection missing. This is minus 350,000, this is 700,000. So it should fit. You're getting unloaded, which is fine. any more terrible fluid trains around me. How about up here? No. This now all seems more or less fine again. Nah, it's fine. And how is this thing doing? Oh, the hydro... is this actually doing stuff? They are working. And the acid gas is being used up, which is nice. It's rather silly, but it's a system to keep a Minecraft player on a server 24/7, but allows the user to log off the Minecraft of their computer. Ah, so like a bouncer, not a bouncer, a BNC, which I used in IRC times way back when. So like a placeholder character. But yeah, that could be cool, because then you can just keep your character like well, what's that survival game called? Is it Rust? Where your character is basically, if you go, your character is just sleeping around, and he can actually be murdered and pickpocket while you're away. And that could be fun. That could also make for some very fun survival maps. If you don't have to feed your character all the time. And that sounds like a nice little project that has pretty much just the right size for a single person to do. So you would have something like a server sitting around. You log into the server, and if you're not logged into the server takes over of the login of your character. So you have like a service running, which you can just deploy in a Docker environment, and that sounds like a really fun project. It could be a really great mod. Did you check if it's not already available? It sounds like something already existing, if I'm perfectly honest. But then again, they probably did do your research, so... Okay, we made the electric engine factory. You are only missing this. Lubricant is connected. No, lubricant is not connected. We have no lubricant. It's not been done yet. Well, good for you. Go get those magical Minecraft appreciation you then deserve. Lubricant. We are sitting on nothing. Why are we sitting on nothing? Because we're out of residual gas. Residual gas is done. Because you are done. Also probably because you are done. Well, there's 13k in here. Not enough for a shipment, however. To get more residual gas, these things need to work. These things are working again because we're now finally processing the acid gas. And raw gas is going down. Crude oil is going up. You are... Yeah, you are technically working. Okay, it's the raw gas that's a problem still. Why is that? Raw gas goes in, raw gas goes down, raw gas goes out. I see. We probably need a bypass connection over here. Ah. That's a bit annoying. there was a system for a server called 2B2T that let you swap in when you got to the end of its queue system. It has a queue because of the amount of players trying to log in, yes. That doesn't work and it's a flawed system. That's usually how these kinds of projects start. You see something and you go like, hey, this is cool. And then you notice, oh, nope, this doesn't work anymore. And then you go, okay, how can we make this work again? You know, one of the probably most famous things that have been invented just because of such a reason, it's actually Gmail. At the beginning, Google didn't want to do anything with mail or something. One of his employees, Sergey, I think, at some point just sat there and thought about, oh, it would be really nice if I could have email access in my web browser. And he just starting it up as a side project. Gmail was a side project. And at some point, god dang it, there is still lubricant going around. Go to the depot, please. It's actually the depot I'm standing at. It's the depot I'm standing at. Nice. Yeah, Gmail was actually just being created as a side project by a single guy. And that sometimes gives you a blink of the thing you just can do if you just do it. Never underestimate a side project. Always treat your side project with the uppermost care you can. Don't think, nobody will use it, or don't think, this won't be important. It is important for you, and you never know. Sometimes you just land a sudden breakout hit and everything just goes. It's pretty much the same with all these YouTubers. They all just began thinking about, so yeah, I'm just gonna put up some videos. And probably nobody will be watching, and suddenly they have 6 million viewers and go like, oh, how did this happen? Where did you all come from? And I really do hope that this is the last of the lubricant trains when he arrives at some point. Where did that thing go? Don't tell me he went up here. Where did that train go? It would be nice if you could mark a train or something. That's also actually quite a good source of ideas. Because usually streamers just play the game and then they call out things they really do not like. And you can just sit around and just go like, I can make a mod for that. And then you can also cash in on some fame. Yes, working on it like a month. You're a student, aren't you? So that should be fine. I mean, I have a whiteboard behind me. There's so many projects on that. So many projects I want to do and just don't don't have the time or the effort to do them. Okay, this lubricant train, it's gone. I have no clue where you went. We will find them at another time. But yeah, especially if you're a student, such little projects do keep helping you improve your skill, keep helping you improve your value as a programmer, and just keep doing them. If I remember all my student projects, oh god. I still fondly remember the hot potato recursion. I had to make a recursion algorithm, and I really wasn't feeling good that day. More or less, I was terribly hungover from the day before. And I was sitting there, just went like, okay, how do we do this? Okay, you get an initial value, and when you're done with it, give it to the next iteration. And it basically ended with this initial value being passed on to all the recursive steps. Nobody actually used this value. It was just like, here, have this, here, have this, here, have this. And so it was the hot potato recursion. I'm using Trello on my planning board, but there are things about that I don't like it, and we've got my own version. Yeah. Can't have a whiteboard on your wall. Well, you could always just take some markers and write on your window. That always works. Or use post-it notes. Well, post-it notes do get messy. Okay, I should be concentrating again. We're actually making a factory. Are you working? No. Why is that? Why are you not working? Did I miss something crucial with electrical engines? Engine units, basic electronic boards, and loop. You are not getting any loop. Oh, you're not getting any loop because we do not have any loop. And lubricant should be made again soon. Because the chemical plants start working again. However, residual gas is the problem. It's being made. So if we use more plastic, we make more methanol, we make more ethylene and more butadiene, which will also cause us to make more residual gas. So let's set up the plastic plant. And it's going to be up here. So we have to move stuff around over here. Get rid of this, get rid of that. Move, move, move. Then let's place a small roundabout, like here. That should be fine. Then this will be a nightmare. Oh. Excuse me. Oh. Good work. But then you are sitting in here and you can't get out. So this will have to be some kind of... Oh, that actually works pretty fine. Yeah, that's a good connection. And then this, and this. Oh yeah, and then we are doing this so we can do this. There we go. Yeah, Minecraft is... It's pretty amazing how Minecraft, this stupid game... Remember, Minecraft was also originally made by a single person. What was he called again? I heard his name lost again. Actually today. Doesn't matter. And then he sold it for like, what was it, 3.5 billion? Notch, yeah, Notch, thank you. He sold it for 3.5 billion to Microsoft. Well, at that point it wasn't a single person job anymore, but you get the idea. It also started out as a tiny little project. So, let's get rid of you. And the Factorio guys, they also start... Have you ever seen the first screenshots of Factorio? It's insane. Like, it was not even an 8-bit interface. It was like this really, really, really ugly setup. But you already had inserters. It originally used Java in the browser, yeah. It still uses Java, at least the version I'm playing, because that's the better moddable version. But yeah, the original, the first iterations of Factorio, they had inserters in, they had belts in, they had factories in, but it just all looked like super duper crappy. I'm really amazed to see what they made out of it. And they put a lot of effort into this game, like really a lot. It just runs so smoothly by going so much shit going on. If you had a factory like this in Minecraft, your computer would just melt. Okay, let's see. That's still going. Plastic is the thing we want to make, yeah. So, plastic is basically a bunch of blue factories, like millions of them. and a fluid station. And we're going to do the same for the resin. So give me one of these stations. I actually should go up there and measure out where the optimal placement should be. Let's see, where are you going? You're going up there. No. You're also going nowhere I want to be. You're going up there. Oh, that's fine. Let's take you. If you still dream of multi-threaded Minecraft servers, you probably have to make your own game. I mean, there are similar games out there like Minecraft, but none of these really have the charm of Minecraft. I mean, you have Colony Survival, you have Fortress Craft, you have, well, tons of them. Also Space Engineers. But every time I play one of these games, I go, I actually would rather be playing Minecraft. And even with Microsoft on the job right now, I'm, well, not really happy the way they, the direction they're putting in the game. But yeah, it keeps stuff going. Mod packs at least got better, especially for Linux. I only have a Linux machine. I actually really do not want to have any more Microsoft products because they are all pretty much pieces of shit, to be perfectly honest. And I do like the freedom I have on my Linux machine. It's just so amazing. I can do whatever the fuck I please. Okay, you sometimes have to put some effort in, but meh, it just works. So let's see, I can disconnect you. And you both can go. How about down here? If I disconnect this, then bad stuff will probably happen. No, they are not really improving on the actual code within. At least not until they absolutely have to. Because the content creation is so much cheaper, because you just put some creative people on it and you just go like, hey, there's now ponies in the game and rabbits and bees. I think the last update I saw was the bees update. And that's just so much easier to do than, for example, switching up the engine from a Java version into a clean C++ version. You do have to think about it. Just because it runs in Java doesn't mean it runs slow in Java. They do use things like the Java native interface to speed things up. But the native interface only works on Windows, which is just completely stupid. It's also pretty much, you can identify if a game has been made by a decent engine developer if you see if it runs on Linux or not. Because every good programmed game just runs out of the box on any Linux machine. You just don't have to put any effort into it, it just goes. However, if you have, for example, Fallout 4, now it works like you can make it run on Linux. There are workarounds, but to get there, that wasn't easy. The guys at Amplitude Studios, they only make games for Windows and Mac, and they should run out of the box for Linux. They do now, but at the beginning they absolutely didn't. It was just the biggest piece of yeah, but it's a slow tomato. Yeah, that's true. They optimized Java very much. But still, you have still the interpreter, and the interpreter has to do the just-in-time compilation, so you still don't get the speed up you actually want if you're going to use native binary execution code, that's always going to be faster. But it does keep you going around. So, we're making plastic down here. How fast can we make plastic? Every 2 seconds, so it's... let's get yellow belt, optimize this. And our biggest crafting speed is 3.5. So... that's 12.5, 14 every 2, 7 per second. So 2 of these fill a yellow belt, more or less. 4 of these are red, and 3 of these are blue. So let's go with 6. I also have a friend who works on real-time Java, which also seems to be working. Pretty amazed. But yeah, that's Java has some nice features which I do like, and are only possible because of the interpreter. But then again, I just love working with C++. It's just so much more relaxed in my personal opinion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Place you there. Take this away. Take that away. And you also can write more secure code in C and C++. Java does give you the opportunity to go a bit wibbly wobbly and just use reflection to make things on the fly, which you may or may not should be able to do. Then we need one of these. We're just gonna feed in the plastic from the behind. Bam, 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 bam. Then this goes over. This goes in. If you want to do something fun, learn Haskell. That's a lot of fun. Haskell is one of those languages where you can just count to infinity and he just does it. Python is also a very useful language because Python is a very good language for scripting. And it's used in many automation tools. What's also pretty much fun is Lua. Lua is used mostly in conjunction with engine scripting. Most of the scripts running in Factorio are written in Lua. And Lua is just a small little scripting language which just does just the thing you need it to do without it to being overexposing itself, which is super nice. At some point I do want to learn something in Ada. Why is this weird? Yeah, there's so many languages out there which you can use. And some of them have very distinct advantage points, and some of them are just like, yeah, why do you actually even exist? One of those is C#. It's the worst language in my personal opinion. That should be fine. What does happen if I do this? Nothing happens when I do this. Get rid of these. Fill out the gaps. And I also have to admit, C# was one of my first languages I used to program with, I learned to program with, and I still just hate it. There's just no nostalgia in there. should be fine. Good, 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 good. Oh, I have one of these. Yeah, we can make this work. So, oh, that's the wrong way around. I also have to power this. Do a bit of a twirly-whirly. And then it's this. Oh, wait. And upgrade it to blue. Then you need some power. Let's place one here. One there. One here. One there. We need some lamps. We need you. And you. And you. Some more lamps. Ah, that kind of sucks. Let's shimmy-sham these around. And also, it's time for a quick break, so see you around.